yo.
Oh, you dirty bitch.
What's up, everybody?
You take my Madden title from me last night.
We back. We out here.
You take my intro this morning.
Better than you in every way. Sorry.
Not this morning, this afternoon. On a Monday. Woo! Remember I said we wouldn't record on Monday anymore? Wrong.
Well, I mean, I was a random day that I was off on Mondays because I had an extra vacation day to take off before my year mark or whatever.
So I'm feeling extra dumb today because I didn't go to work either.
Yeah, we have
and I had my first class.
And racing's back. Yeah, rock on. Great, tough, challenging race. Hard-fought battles.
Poggers.
The Daytona, the iRacing Daytona 24 was this past weekend, and if you didn't catch up with us, you missed out. We had some fun. We had a average of 8 viewers or something like that. It was awesome. We stayed up pretty late too. I was up till 2:30ish or 2. Then I was back in action around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we only missed about 4 hours of it, give or take. And big ups to Tay for being here, setting up the stream while iRacing was being stupid. So.
Oh, was it actually being dumb?
Oh yeah. I'm
gonna watch it. I heard her in the beginning when I went to start it yesterday.
Yeah. They're the race started at 8:30, or the race session opened by 8, and then racing would start by 8:41 between practice and qualifying and stuff. And so they registered. We got everything ready to go. We started going live, whatever, and then they announced that the server kind of crashed because there was like over 6,000 people signed up for the race.
Oh,
which is massive.
Yeah,
but we had this problem at Le Mans. We had this problem at Spa.
Fix your shit.
And COVID only got worse. Your iRacing memberships only got more. There's only more. Keep going up. Why wouldn't you have over prepared? I get maybe they thought they did. I get right. Who knows? I didn't really look into it because we were just trying to get everything going. So they've offered everybody who is registered for that 8 o'clock session. They offered them like $5 off or $5 credit.
Oh, so you had to go to a completely different session?
Oh yeah, they booted us. We had to wait 3 hours.
Jesus.
The race didn't start till 10 after 1 on Saturday, which is actually it's 5 hours.
Okay. I told Matt I would address this on the podcast.
What? Oh, about giving you shit?
Giving me shit. First of all, fuck y'all. If it didn't start till 1, okay?
What?
Bitch, I worked at night now. What part of that did nobody understand?
Yeah, but you still could have, when you got home, been like, hey, how's it going? Okay, I'm going to bed.
No.
Yes.
I didn't go home. I went to my girlfriend's house.
Your phone works.
I don't... No.
Yes.
No.
You stop and you can go, hey.
Fucking kiss me.
Check in on how the team's doing.
I don't know what you want me to do.
And then you go, okay.
No. Listen.
See, no, you have no excuse. That's the correct answer.
We talked about, because you had to work Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the original plan was you were going to be on in the morning. I was going to hop on before I went to work.
Yep.
Cool beans.
So that changed. So you can.
You had to work.
It was 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes is what you needed to do.
Bitch, I'm explaining.
No, I'm telling you. That's the correct answer. There is no other correct answer.
Listen to me. You went to work. You said, hey, could I start it? I was like, sure. And then you had Taylor do it. So I was like, fine. So I dead ass just fucking slept until 1 in the afternoon because I was sleepy. Okay? So here I thought you're giving me shit and it started at normal time. It didn't even start at fucking normal time. It didn't start till 1 anyway.
Yeah.
So fucking my nuts. That's what I have to say.
No, none of that makes sense. Like, that doesn't change anything.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No.
It does.
Because you could have still...
I was busy.
Busy. Dude, it's 5 fucking minutes. It's already...
Busy.
You ain't doing shit that late at night. Exactly, you fuck.
I mean, maybe a little bit of a,
No, you weren't getting shit.
Self-pleasure.
No, no, you weren't doing shit. You could have been like, "Hey, how's everybody doing? Where's everybody placed? How are you guys doing? Okay, see ya."
I didn't know anybody was up.
Because you didn't turn on the fucking stream.
I wasn't sure.
Nah, fuck yourself. We're right.
I take no blame for this.
Classic Shep can't own up to his own mistakes. Anyway, we ended up finishing. We had a podium.
Yeah, you gotta tell me how you did.
It's our first. I believe it's our first non-podium or non-winning podium. Like, you know, obviously, it's the spa race we won, and most of the other big races we were fourth or lower on the field. So this is our first like podium, and then we had a 7th place team, and then the BMW was disqualified around 7:30, I think.
For what?
I think so. Like 4 out of 3 or 2 or 3 of them on that team were. I think it was their first endurance race, so they're not really used to. I don't know for sure, but I don't think they're used to.
What was the reason why the car got disqualified? Too many incidents?
Yeah, so there's a required damage, like minimum requirement for damage.
Yeah.
And so when you meet a threshold that's below that, it gives you a flag, and you have to come into the pits within a certain time frame to repair it so it's up to standard.
Okay.
And they probably would have finished out the race. I'd imagine. I don't know. Anything can happen with 8 hours left to go.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't know it. It was Max. Didn't know for sure whether he had to come into pit for that or not.
Okay, so that's just like I haven't done it much.
Yeah, no, and
snafu.
And so while we were towards the end of the race, Sean Kluge and myself were talking on the stream, and Max had joined in, and he's like, "Max, please do not worry. I hit the pit wall exiting on the first time I got in the car for the first race of HW racing. Like, Daytona hasn't been kind to us."
I remember that. That shit was fucking funny.
The first race is always nerve-wracking with the new guy. You know, you have 3 other people that you've either never met, raced with, you barely race with, and they all rely on each other, and these things happen. It's
Sean did that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's callback to fucking when him and Ross and who else?
Him, Ross, and Aaron
took it for a burn. And when he first got in the car, you and I were here.
We had the car flipped multiple times.
He smacked the piss out of the wall, like right in the beginning.
Yep.
We're like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Damn it.
Yeah, like, that's spun out, entering back onto the oval. You know, he's done plenty of damage in his first race. Don't worry.
Well, it's one of those things where you got to make mistakes to learn from them too.
Yeah.
So
no, and he was very active with us on Twitch, and he popped in, said hi, and talked with us for a while. It was cool. It's cool to meet all these guys. Talk with them. Lucas, I stayed up with Lucas because we had another computer crash on us. So Lucas had to hop in the car for 6 hours instead of, I think, 4, but he kicked ass.
Didn't Nick do that the last time?
Nick did, yep. Sean, I think Sean pulled the 5-hour stint overnight as well. So we had these guys were kicking ass. It was awesome. It was fun to watch them all, and we switched like every 2 hours or every hour and a half, whatever it ended up being. We would swap out views, so we would jump from the LMP2 car to the Corvette to the BMW to.
I noticed when the stream started, you were tossing up the car in the corner.
Yep. Anytime we swapped, we changed the picture of the car so that you knew which car we were, especially if they were in a group.
That was nice. You
could tell where we were. And it just worked out really well. I think we got to see everybody drive at one point. So, yeah, it was a good weekend. Good weekend of racing. Racing's back. And, oops. Yeah, Bathurst. No, I'm sorry, not Bathurst. The 500 is next, which is going to be Kluge and Sean and whoever else wants to join. That's the 13th. February 13th, yeah. Because the real race is the 5th or the 14th. And then I think the week after that is Bathurst, or 2 weeks after that, one of them.
It's just really funny that...
And we have an invitational coming up.
It's just really funny that we're talking about races coming up, and, you know, you say Bathurst, and last year I got no idea what that is, and now it's like, fuck, I remember that from last year. Oh, goddamn.
That was Eric and Ken's first race with us.
It's just funny because
neither of them could race for that Daytona race.
So, yeah. Racing's back. Football's over.
I don't even want to talk about football. What a joke. What a joke of a game. They were...
I'm only going to touch on this for a bit. I'm going to root for Tom Brady.
Yeah. I've never rooted for Tom Brady before.
Now, I've also made the point to you this last night. I don't hate Tom Brady. I hate the Patriots. Tom Brady on a different team, I don't mind him. It's something different.
Whatever. Go Antonio, right? You can say you're rooting for Antonio. Your boy.
If you're a true Pittsburgh fan, he's a scumbag. I just keep seeing that posted all over the place now. It's like, oh, wow, Pittsburgh, you know, ha, 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 guess who's in the Super... Fuck you. Okay, they were both shitty.
Yeah, and they both went to different teams prior.
Yeah. Kiss my ass. Anyway, but no, it's unfortunate that, you know...
There were some shitty ref calls.
The hometown heroes, which
there was some shitty play calling.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I knew they didn't have it in them.
No, and...
I was hoping that maybe towards the end when they started picking it up a lot, I was like, ooh, they might have a shot. I was like, prove me wrong. But then when I watched that game, I was like, there's still shit that isn't.
They got some defensive holes.
There's still shit that ain't clicking.
And let's be real, in 2 years, that Kansas City team's not going to be the same. They can't afford to pay Mahomes $46 million.
No, it's a limited run.
And yeah,
well, it's the same thing we're seeing with the Patriots, or them this year they blew.
But the Patriots never had to pay people.
Like, but the Packers is what I actually meant.
They had Chris Hogan. They paid him like $3 million.
The Packers, they got like a bunch of big
issues. You know, and Aaron, did you hear his thing at the end?
Yeah, he's had enough.
He's like, none of our futures are set in stone, even mine. And everyone's like, he's leaving. Goodbye.
He's had enough.
I would. How do you not have enough where you make it so far so many times and you're just
Matty
like,
boy,
you choke up in the playoffs every time, and it's not even Rodgers' fault. It's the play calling and the defense. They just choke.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, Tom Brady has refs, but
the picture he's trying to high five the ref.
Yeah, that was great.
I do have to give him credit because he is in touch with the, you know, what people say about him.
Yeah.
So now he's just gonna like be overtly a smartass.
Yeah.
But so that was kind of funny. But anyway,
it is what it is. I'm excited for next year. It'll be fun. Matt Stafford wants to come to Indy, so
yeah.
But we could also go get Aaron Rodgers. I'd take either one of them. Right? Who wouldn't? Big things. But yeah, exciting times. You know, we have the Invitationals next, or 2 weeks from now, the 7th. We're hoping to get it broadcasted on someone's YouTube channel, and you know, get people to follow us and be cool. I do plan on doing a giveaway on our Twitch channel here soon. I found out a way to do merch. We can do merch giveaways.
Oh.
On the stream.
Oh, fuck me.
Which will be cool. No, I won't. But we can do. It's like you have 30 minutes to follow us on all of our social medias or something like that. There's rules in the. I just started looking at it yesterday. And if you're subscribed to us, you get more chances. You know, it's like.
Oh, it's one of those, like the multiple different platforms you're subscribed on. You get more chances.
Yeah, so if you... actually, it's not any of our social media. If you follow us on Twitch, you get one vote. Yeah. Or one ticket. Or
like entry.
Yeah, and if you are subscribed to us at tier 1 or whatever, you get 3 tickets.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. Which is cool, but we'll see what happens. And and you have to be in the chat in order to win. So... That'd be cool. You know, whatever. The Roar just happened, which was neat. They did something different this year where normally it's just a practice, and just kind of getting the shakedown of the car for the 24 coming up. But they did a race, like a qualifying race now. So whatever position you finish in the race is how you qualify for next week.
Okay, so they seem like they're kind of getting their how to race in COVID bearings. Together.
But it was more. They're going forward with this because they want more racing and more things that they can have fans spend money on.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. But the teams hate it because that's an extra week. That's an extra 100 miles they weren't prepared for. They are not prepared, but
you have to pay for race. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you total your car, you have to go and get another one or fix it within that week.
Yeah.
And half the team members that are there for an endurance race normally work from Sunday afternoon to Thursday afternoon because a lot of teams, endurance, like the team that they bring with endurance isn't the normal team.
Mm-hmm.
So those half of the team are normally working up until the day they have to be down in Daytona. This is coming from Nick, our guy who works for Turner. So he's working down there from his hotel room for a week because normally he would fly back, or he wouldn't even fly down. No, that's right. He wouldn't even fly down until this week or something to that effect.
Oh.
So it's just making it really difficult, especially if you do get your car destroyed and some of the members aren't able to stop. Where in practice you could kind of be like, car's getting a little beat up from. We lost control, so we can take it out. We don't have to worry about it. We can qualify better next week or whatever.
Yeah, they're almost like forcing you to.
Yeah, it's like having 2 races in a weekend, essentially. Even though obviously it's a week different apart, but these guys aren't the same. Like NASCAR has 2 separate crews. It's
okay. So I thought this was something new because of COVID, and it's not. It's just new in general.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we can. Do you want to make our picks now?
Yeah, we can.
Just for Daytona. And if you, we probably won't do it the same way this year with the fantasy league. I probably won't do it this year, to be honest. But put your picks in the comment section of YouTube, Spotify, wherever you listen to us. And tell me who you think. So, do you see where it says up top where it says DPI 7 cars?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can tell where you got to switch over and change. This is not their qualifying order. This is just the entry list. So, pick accordingly. So that number 10 car isn't a Cadillac anymore.
What is it?
It's an Acura now. They changed it up. So, pick accordingly. What?
I don't have pictures.
Yeah, there's no pictures.
That's tough.
Yeah, sorry. They for whatever reason, normally they have pictures of the car, but I can't find any.
I'm a roll. I don't know. Them in a new car, is that going to be?
He said he's been having they've been having troubles.
That's my thought. I'm gonna go 55.
Okay. So I was also thinking that myself, because the 2 Acuras are new. They're new teams, not new teams, as in new to the series, but they're new cars for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mazda is they've proven they've already won. Action Express. Well, they're mid pack generally.
I was watching the one. Remember that one that happened in that fucking torrential downpour?
Yeah.
And they were all the fuck over the place?
Yeah.
That Mazda was one of those.
Yeah.
Who just sent it.
Yeah. Just sent it.
That's how I know who that is.
The number 31 had just got a penalty, so they're starting from the rear. They were underweight when they qualified because they qualified they won the race, but they were underweight, so they got DQ'd. Wayne Taylor has a brand new car. JDC kind of sucks. Or not Action Express. When I said mid pack, that's the Jimmy Johnson car. That's a one-off. So, nah. And then Chip Ganassi. Chip Ganassi's new to that series. They're to that level this year. He's raced prior, but not for a bit. So, I think you're right in the Mazda. And then for LMP2, there's 5 classes now. So, just 5 picks. LMP2, I'm going to go with my boys at Dragon Speed, the 81 car. They've won the past 2 years. So, they're good. And they win over in WEC a lot.
I don't want to keep picking the same thing as you. I'm going to shake this one up a little bit.
But there's 2 Dragon Speed cards. You can always pick the other one. Mm-hmm. Or pick your boys at Era.
I was going to say that.
They're the ones who that liked your shit last year. One of them.
Yeah.
Okay, now we go down to...
So 18 for those who...
Yeah, 18 and 81. The LMP3s. I don't know any of these cards. This is the new class. Performance Tech is probably... Performance Tech or Core, I'd imagine, is probably the best to choose.
I was going to say, who's got the most money?
Performance Tech has just proven itself time in and time out because they race that a lot. So I'm going to go with Performance Tech, the 38 car.
I'm going to do Core because there's a lot of dudes. All the drivers are
American. They are, yeah. Holy shit.
It's funny.
Okay.
There's actually a lot in that. Holy fuck.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go with the number 4 Corvette, which is the gray one. They're on pole.
Number 3, baby.
Going number 3.
Hasn't steered me wrong yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, it did.
The number 4 car has 2 out of the 3 are new drivers to Corvette, and they're kicking ass already. So that's pretty cool. And then we are going to hop down to GTD. Did I say 5 classes? Wait, why did I say 5 classes?
It is 5.
Is it? Am I stupid?
Yeah, no, it's 5.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. GTLM. Stupid ass. Okay. All right. So I'm stuck between 3 cars I'm going to choose from between. And it's going to be either the Paul Miller Lamborghini, the Pfaff Porsche, or the... Where is it? Actually, Turner really did really good, but I don't have faith in Turner, to be honest. Sorry, Nick. I might even go Earl Bamber, the Team Hardpoint Earl Bamber 88 car. There's a few cars that aren't listed on here, which is kind of annoying.
Lexus, is that new?
No. Yellow and black cars.
Oh, those are the Lexus?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. 14 probably.
14? Who's 14? Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I've done them before.
Yeah, and Oliver Gavin raced one of the Corvettes last year. So, there's your in. I'm going to go with the 88 car, the Earl Bamber Team Hardpoint. I think that's going to be my choice. Those are our choices, everybody. It is what it is. It's tough because we haven't watched a full race yet, so I suck at doing these things.
And I just have ridiculous luck.
I want to find, if you guys know of any racing fantasy leagues that we can create, I want to do that. Whether it's NASCAR, I know NASCAR has it, but that one was kind of confusing to me. So if there's an offshoot, like an ESPN NASCAR fantasy league, we'll do it. An IMSA fantasy league, we'll do it. And because we want to play against you, but I don't want to have to deal with the crap that we went through last year with all this. So
that was obnoxious.
Any rate we can do Formula One. We'll do all of them. We'll do as many as we can. We'll just pick you, me versus everybody.
Semi trucks.
Yeah, Yeah, if there's a fantasy league for that,
Yeah,
let's do it.
yeah.
So, comment in the comments down below,
Here's your homework, ladies
and if we can find one when this will go live.
Ah!
Shut up. This will go live Friday. If someone comments Friday to find a racing a fantasy league, we'll do it. I'll do it immediately.
Wait, I thought these were going up Thursday.
Yeah, why did I say Friday? I meant Thursday. On Thursday, if you guys comment and you can find it, we'll have one set up. We'll create a league and we'll kick some booty. If there is one for the race that's Saturday. If not, we'll wait till the racing leagues that are for the later series start. We'll definitely do NASCAR because it's the one I know for sure has one, and I'm pretty sure we can do a Formula One one.
Willie B.
Will he be?
Willie B.
So we'll do it up.
That motherfucker is eternally going to be a college student for me. He could be 40 and he's still going to be that college kid.
Young buck.
That's
All right. That's enough seriousness for now, right? Let's move on to the crazy peoples. Actually, nope, sorry. We have one question. Not question, but Max asked us to describe what goes on in an LMP2 driver's head.
Oh, I thought he was going to say what goes on in my head. Not much.
There's not much.
Porn.
So, in our team's LMP2, it's race hard, go for the win. But in his race, in Max's race, the BMW team, this guy, they were going through a turn, and this guy just had to wait for the turn to so he'd get clear, and then he would be able to go. Now he just see ya. Just nudged them out of the way because they're 30 miles an hour faster, if not more.
Yeah.
Going through that turn, and they just sent him into a wall. And it was, I'll show you the turn sometime, but it's a full throttle turn essentially. Mm-hmm. So you're going around, and then he was just behind him, and just had to wait again 2 seconds, if that, to go around. He was in the lead, I think, or something, and just see ya. So yeah, we had a lot more wrecks than I was expecting for us to be in.
Yeah.
And we still kicked ass. It was
some horse shit.
Yeah, and a lot of it was just stupid. We got into it, the first place car in our LMP2 split wrecked a second place Porsche into our car, and then tried to blame it on 7 other things, and it was stupid.
Put him on a hit list.
Not as bad. Nah, they weren't as bad as Magnus.
Bitch.
I need a Magnus shirt. Bad.
We need the fucking hit list shirt, dude.
Yeah.
You need to put one of our cars and then little tombstones.
Yeah.
With the names of the other people.
HW Racing hit list.
Yeah.
We'll put it HWR HL.
Yeah.
Right? No, that's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
That's lame. We'll figure it out. We'll make something cool.
Anyway, I'm still waiting for my sweep shirt.
That we're not making a sweep shirt.
Squeep.
That's that. What you got for your poggers?
There's a few things I don't know what to do. I had a fucking eventful week. I'll just do the obvious. I'm not in the boot. I don't know if the camera can see it. This ankle, my right ankle, I had surgery on because of a football injury a year ago, and my stupid little fuck for a dog decided to, instead of just going outside and taking a piss like she normally does, we live out in the country, bolt down the stairs in the yard straight towards the road. Now, when she has to shit, we walk her down the road for a little bit, gives her a little walk, she takes the shit, whatever. She must have had to shit because she started going down the side of the road. So I had to run after her in work boots that weren't tied, and I just fucking sent it in the middle of the yard. Couldn't stop because I had to fucking catch the dog that took off. So, just rolled the absolute fadiddling fuck out of the ankle that I had surgery on. And now I can't walk.
So. And now he hasn't stopped complaining, and it's affected his Madden game.
That was my other option. I was going to do that one. This fucking bitch boy baited me. He's over here like, I play him twice in the season. We do a franchise on Madden. I beat Kluge once. Kluge beats me. So me and Kluge are both tied. I go into the playoffs, first seed, first round bye. Play Fuckstain over here, who's lost 850 games because he fucking
lost 7
because he fucking blows. And I played him twice in the regular season. He threw 9 interceptions the first game, and then 2 and a fumble in the other one.
Yeah.
And I won both of those games handedly.
No, you didn't. It was 40
handedly.
It was 42-35.
You hit me with that puss boy like, oh, I'm not so good at the game. Everything bad happens to me. And then he fucking beat me in the playoffs and eliminated me. I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking pissed. Can I just say that I will eternally hate Cam Newton in every facet of anything in life? I had that fucking useless fuck in my IRL fantasy league. Decided to play him over Tom Brady a couple games, and he royally fucked me. And then I had him in this video game, and he royally fucked me again. And I just hate him. Every part about him I hate. He's useless. He's one of the worst players in the NFL. Just fucking changed my mind. I'm just so pissed about it. It's not even funny.
It's too good.
Fucking, he baited me. He lost on purpose. He knew he would still make the playoffs, and then he fucking thumped me in my bullshit.
I had 4 interceptions. No, sorry, 3.
I had a plan. Sounds like I'm in Red Dead Redemption. I have a plan, Arthur. No.
Okay.
I had a plan to not throw the ball ever because I throw interceptions like a motherfucker.
But I was stopping your run left and right.
So I had to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And Cam Newton, man, just, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he had a fucking Moby Huge stuffed up his ass.
So, for those of you who, if you're curious, I decided with this team that we drafted this year for this season, I did every as many people from Notre Dame as I could.
It was a fucking joke.
I have a third string quarterback as my starting quarterback. I have a 35-year-old running back. Well, he didn't start yesterday. Ronald Jones started yesterday. I've got St. Brown, Golden Tate, Harrison Smith, Big Quentin. Well, he isn't. Well, he's not anymore. He's out for the season. So with a torn labrum.
So pissed.
So I just smacked him around. I played him twice in 2 weeks. So I got to. I was like, okay, I just have to stop the run because he can't throw for shit. And boom, I did. And
the tough part is by the time I got around to draft a quarterback, there wasn't any.
No, that's not an excuse. I have a third string quarterback.
No. I'm not saying it's an excuse. What I'm saying is I could have drafted a good quarterback that was a good passer, but I opted to go for
run game,
a more run-heavy offense. So I went for a mobile quarterback, and there was no really good mobile quarterback except for Cam fucking Newton and his throwing ability. Like him running the ball is not bad. If I'm trying to run him and he was exhausted, that's when I got all the fumbles with him. Yeah. So most of those are my fault because I knew, hey, you can't really run him more than twice in a row and then he fumbles. So, but his passing game, he could just fucking. There was one when I played you the first time, when I played Kluge, I think, and I lost to him. If I converted, I could have won that game. But I lobbed this fucking on a screenplay. I don't even know where it was going. I don't know how the fuck he just stepped back and was like, and just fucking tossed it up there, and I was like, what the fuck was that, man? So I had 3 of those last night, and all 3 of them Fuckstain intercepted. So, and I just couldn't move the ball. It was not. I was pissed. It was 1 a.m, and I was super salty.
I did good. And I finished the regular season with 7,800 or something like that, passing yards.
Yeah. And he also did the same fucking pass play on me about 1,400 fucking
So
times.
I think it was a 1st and goal, and I ran the same 4 plays, and all the way up to the 4th down.
I don't know what my defense was.
Either it was tipped, the ball was tipped, I was sacked. And then it was the ball. I think it was. I was under pressure, so I threw it away or something like that. And then the fourth one was literally the exact same play, and I was like, wide open.
I don't know what
Cole Beasley.
So I think my thing is, and I looked into like kind of how to play the game a little better. You can't just look at overalls for people. You have to actually look at like individual stats for things.
Speed versus hands, and
so the overalls on like the D-backs and stuff that I had were like relatively decent. I mean, they were, low to mid 80s. But I think what the problem is the reason why my pass game sucked fucking ass is because a lot of them must have been slower because it seemed like they were just getting beat on.
Well, and you're playing essentially one of the quickest, not fastest, quickest slot guys in the league.
Yeah,
being Cole Beasley. And I have my number 2 is Golden Taint. I slipped that one in there.
That's what we call him. We call him Golden Taint.
I love him. Golden Tate. He's also a quick, and he has really, really good hands. There was one point when he was holding the ball up this, you're like, how is he holding onto the ball?
Yeah.
His hands in the air running.
Bread. Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, like I said, I think they were good picks. I had pretty good run stop defense for the most part. There would be some that would break through, but my pass coverage was that was not good. And the funny part is I had some of the most turnovers in the league, I think, or like takeaways from a defense.
Like your defense had the most takeaways.
Yeah, and I just could, but
it helps when you play me and you have 9 in one game.
Well, aside from that, I still think I had.
No, you had good defense.
I would get like at least an interception or 2 a game. So my safeties and shit and corners, they'd come out of nowhere and pick shit off. But in terms of coverage, I could not get them to stick with people. Yeah. There'd be shit that would break open all the fucking time. And there was that hole that you found that I could not fill. I didn't. And of course, it doesn't help that I don't know any of the commands. Like, I can guarantee you could double team somebody. I know you can do it. I just don't know how.
All you have to do against me is make sure you have your 2 safeties in deep, not up in the middle. Because as soon as I do that, that guy just comes forward and I can't throw that ball there.
Yeah.
But I think you blitz with your safety a few times. And I was just like,
I did because I was getting pissed.
Sleep.
So I just started fucking sending everybody because I was getting pissed.
Yeah. So that was fun.
But he's got the best O-line in the game, so I still couldn't get through
I didn't yesterday. My freaking lineman went down.
I still couldn't get through him. Anyway, so that's my
good times.
Not pog.
Mine. I don't have any. Go team. I'm happy with life. How life has been going. So, actually, I'm pissed about the iRacing thing because that was kind of bullshit, and they weren't update. They
Hey, they gave you your $5.
I didn't get $5.
Oh.
the only the drivers did, not the team owners, not the people watching, just the drivers, which is understandable. Like they're the ones actually doing the work.
Yeah.
But no, it's like why, and they didn't update people, so it went down. They're like, oh, this is unforeseen, like whatever problem, we're fixing it. We're exploring options because there was talks of rescheduling, just pushing it back a few hours, so on and so forth. Opening up different like 5 different hour marks of start times or whatever. And it's every hour they might have updated us, but why? You're making us just sit here. And then when you finally gave us a time to start, you had 3 minutes to register. 3.
Okay. Yeah, that's annoying. So you literally just had to wait around for them.
Yeah.
See, the frustrating part is it's like it's a video game.
Oh, you're going to try and get people sensitive.
In the sense that it's got servers and it really is just essentially like a glorified, Call of Duty lobby. If you think about it, it's the easiest way to think about it. You're just bringing groups of people together off of their server.
Yeah.
And you have to think if they're getting such an influx in money because there's more registrations happen because of COVID, and they were getting a lot more traffic because of COVID, an update to servers, I would think would be beneficial.
They said they have done it, but and the problem is, like, we've seen, I can pull it up right now, how many people have raced. like it's in the millions that have started racing since this year, since the COVID thing started.
Yeah.
Like you're averaging over 7,000 people on at one point.
Yeah.
Every time, which, if you look at video games, obviously not that many, but it's, thousands more than it was.
Right.
Like when we started this, I think we had said that it was like around 5.
Yeah.
That's so you've obviously increased your daily input of people. Just make it bigger. Like, and we pay. You're paying over, so just for your subscription alone, it's over $100 a year.
Yeah.
Plus the car content. Like all they have to do is the car content pays for itself.
Yeah.
It's paying for the car scans and things like that, and the track scans. But you have to pay for all that stuff. So those cover themselves. The subscription should cover the servers.
Or just game quality of life.
Yeah,
playability.
They're very focused. I saw this comment a lot where they're very focused on just throwing new stuff at you, so it covers up all the blemishes that they haven't fixed and they won't fix. Like the fact that it's one of the only racing games that doesn't have rain.
It's just very stereotypical of any developer in general because
you can't make everybody happy, and I get that.
Everybody at Cyberpunk is still flopping around like a dead fucking fish. I would make the argument, and I was, I liked the concept of Anthem, the game that came out that flopped hard. It was probably well known for how shitty it was.
It was fun when we were playing it.
And even playing it, even though there was problems with it, I still enjoyed it. I would say arguably Cyberpunk flopped harder than Anthem did. I don't know how
100%.
I don't know how money-wise they did comparably. I feel like Cyberpunk made more money.
But you have to look at the fact that they refunded people. And Anthem is just like, it's not as bad as refund.
So
it's not that bad.
I know Anthem had a few cases where the game physically broke systems in its early releases.
Did it? I didn't know that.
The beta locked up many people's systems. I was just hoping to God it didn't happen to mine. So there was that whole fuckfest. The beta sucked because you barely got to play it because it was just riddled with issues.
Yeah.
But then you go down to Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk's been a game in development for 10 years. So people that aren't familiar with it, it's been a game in development for 10 years. They just decided a year or two ago at an E3 to say, okay, we're going to finally push this out now. And right as they start to get, near the end of the tunnel, boom, new consoles, new gen.
Yeah.
So then they're like, oh, okay, well, let's make it new gen compatible, which I can't fault them for. Because if they just leave it in the old gen, then it puts it in like a time capsule.
And they're going to lose sales.
Right. So, okay, make it new gen compatible. The problem is they made it new gen compatible in such a short amount of time because they already had delayed the game.
See, but what I don't get about that, where you're going with this, is we were told we know the time frame from 4 to 5.
Yeah.
PS4 to PS5.
Yeah.
Or, Xbox One to whatever 17 that we're at. We know that after a certain amount of time, like within when we were getting close to Cyberpunk being released, there should have been a thing that's like, in the next 2 years they're releasing a new console. Maybe we should wait.
They can't guarantee that though because Sony and Microsoft don't like spilling that information.
They're gonna tell game. They're
only gonna tell exclusives. They don't float that information out unless they don't have to.
Well, they're not gonna float it. They're not gonna be like, "Hey, everybody, we're gonna do this then." They announced it a year and a half early. You're telling me that they couldn't just be like, all right, let's wait. Let's wait till after they come out so we can clean it up.
Well,
you've already made us like they've already waited that long.
They delayed it because of COVID.
Yeah,
and productivity dipped because of COVID, which is okay. Then they delayed it again because of the new gen shit. Okay, so I don't mind people waiting to fix it. And then it comes out quality because then you don't have the issue that Anthem had where Anthem just should have waited and they would have been fine. They needed more work. They pushed it too soon. EA pushed it too fast.
Just needed more content. EA is terrible.
And
besides their sports games.
So anyway, where I'm going with this is they're getting another lawsuit filed against them.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah, CD Projekt Red has 2 class action lawsuits filed against them for underperformance on old gen consoles. It was flat out couldn't push, it couldn't even get fucking 20 frames. And it was just horribly unplayable. And people are saying that, you misadvertised this. You
knew how many people were. You're comparing this to the iRacing thing because you knew how many people were going to play it.
You knew, so you make it new gen compatible, and it's like, okay, that's fine. But you can't just bail on the old shit because
it works on computer and new gen fine.
Yeah, perfectly fine. Yeah. But the problem is who has both of those. A PC is a very niche group to get into because it's very expensive, and the new gen consoles.
A PC is the same price as new gen now. Almost, or at least close. You pay what, $200 more?
Well, my
depending on your equipment, like you don't have to go all out on keyboards.
I mean, not for quality though. I mean, my rig just alone that runs 1080 was $1,000.
Yeah, this was what, 9?
Right, but that only does 1080.
That's fine. You got to realize
right, but you can't compare them because the new gen consoles can do up to 8K.
No, they can't. So they can claim that, but you can't even see that shit.
Well, right, but the problem is to get a PC that would have comparable specs to the new gen consoles, you're talking thousands.
It's stupid.
So,
but you're still paying $850 now for a new gen.
Well, those aren't but that's my point. My whole point is that's not retail price. That's the scalped price.
Retail $699.
I think I don't remember. I think it's $599 and $499. Anyway, so
keep going. I'm gonna look up there.
It's just tough because they knew that the majority of their audience was going to be old gen consoles still because it was tough for people to get the new stuff. And
$499.
Is that the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Xbox is $399 actually.
What is the Xbox called?
Series something?
Series X. $499.
Oh, they're both the same. Okay. Yeah. The $399 one is the smaller Xbox, the white one, not the black one.
Oh no, it's Series S is $299.
Oh shit! Really?
Retail.
Oh, well,
I mean, I see one for $750.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. So anyway, so they're. Now they release a patch. I just saw this today.
Who did?
CD Projekt Red. Patch to fix the game on older consoles. Fucking breaks it again.
Of course.
So now they have a whole nother, they release a patch and it breaks the game again and it's still unplayable and now people are even more pissed and it's I'm not a developer and I can sure as shit I can tell you that they're not doing this on purpose. It's very difficult to be in their shoes, and it's where I'm going with this is back to iRacing. It's very difficult to be in their shoes to do this, but when a company starts pushing new stuff without fixing old stuff, that's where I have an issue.
Right, especially when there's complaints.
CD Projekt Red pushes, we're going to go new gen. They don't even have their old gen version on lock.
Yeah.
And then when they release the game, their old gen version fucking shits the bed. And the new gens do fine.
Yeah.
Their new stuff was fine. Siege does that. Oh, we'll give you Rainbow Six Siege. Oh, we'll give you new characters.
They had...
but the core gameplay still sucks ass sometimes, and it's like...
Yeah. So, the last race of their special event season, I think, was in the beginning of November or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even earlier. And so the registration problem has been going on since Le Mans of last year. That's 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Since the last race that you knew was having issues registering teams and getting everybody into a race because of the spike in iRacing accounts. All you have to do is just shore it up a little bit or add more times to spread them out or
put a fix in to fix the issue. And I don't want to see new shit until this issue's fixed.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
If
you have the registration issue and then they're like, Oh, here's a new. I don't even know what new they would add.
They added a fake car.
Okay.
A car that's not even real.
Okay, so there you go. They add that, but then you still can't register for shit.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And then so during this failure, they are they have forums on within the website.
Yeah.
Which allows you to put in, like, what's your complaints? This. What's wrong? We can try and help you with our crew. Basically, like your customer service team.
Yeah.
They closed it during that. They're like, you can't put any, because they knew they were going to get so much.
Just going to get flooded.
Yeah.
So they were like, nah.
Yeah. So
Man.
and then you see people on Twitter like, so now we can't even put in we can't even.
Now
complain.
you have to go to Twitter and like tweet at them and
Yeah.
be like, yo, the fuck.
What,
hello.
like, this is where we get our updates. What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, no, you have to go to our social medias to get updates. What if people don't have social medias?
Anthem did that shit.
It's just like
I had to go to Anthem's Twitter to see their
yeah.
updates on the beta fixes because it literally said it in the game. Go to this link and it took you to their Twitter page. I'm like, fuck you, man. What? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Stupid. Just tell me in the game or whatever, or just don't have the issue.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
obviously there's always
going to
gonna
be
issues.
problems,
No problem.
right?
I get that.
But definitely how they're being handled, I think, is a little oofy.
Mm. But again, what I'm saying is, they made 3 starting sessions for Spa, and that helped with like
traffic.
With traffic, because if you couldn't register for the 8 a.m. race, you could register for the 10 a.m. race.
Yeah,
and then you were in. Another thing that they're doing that I think is a big reason why we get so flooded is that they say whatever the top split is of each split or each race, it gets broadcasted. So people either they flood the first race just in case they can be the top split, because most of the time the big team names go and race the second the Saturday race because it's a Saturday. So everybody goes and tries to join the Saturday race, knowing that if they're at high ratings, just by chance is just enough to get them into the last place or the lowest rating car of the top split. They're broadcasted.
Clout chasing.
Yeah. And so that's why so many more people were on Saturday than they were on Friday. Yeah, but it's stop. Why don't you, instead of focusing on telling people that you're going to broadcast, just be like, we're going to pick a random one and broadcast it. Or the pros that are within, like the pro teams, we're broadcasting them only. Type of shit. Like, make there a standard of who you're broadcasting. Don't make it random, so you don't flood one particular thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it. Let's do our movies quick and then we'll get out of here.
I got a doozy for you. Netflix movie Homefront. Jason Statham.
Who else is in that?
Screenplay by
Franco's
Sylvester Stallone. James Franco.
Wait. You say Sylvester did screenplay?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. Like, caught my eye. It was kind of funny. I don't know how old it is. I don't know. I couldn't.
I feel like it was like
date.
2013.
Okay.
Winona Ryder's in it. Kate. I don't know who that is. I guess it's just those 3 that are really.
What does it say on for the rating?
What's that?
Does it give a rating?
Rating?
Yeah.
6.5.
No. I say that's too low.
Too low.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I also come from the era where I grew up and my father watched fucking like Die Hard.
Screenplay by Sylvester Stallone. I didn't know he was writing.
Yeah, well, he wrote all the Rocky movies.
Wait, he wrote those? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think we made that joke last week. Anyway, so, like, I thought the Expendable movies were good movies. And
I did too. They're fun. They're fun movies.
Yeah, and by, critically speaking, they're definitely, like, critics are definitely over the 80s, Arnold fucking
We had
Bruce
talked
Willis.
about, like, the action heroes. There's no modern versions of them.
Yeah, they're done with that shit.
Yeah.
So, but I think this movie was good because I just love when movies are like, this guy is X something. whether
which
it be,
is every 80s movie ever.
pretty much right, whether it be military, whatever, and then he's just trying to live a normal life, and somehow, some fucking way, it doesn't work, and then he just ends up beating the shit out of people. And like, to me, I think that it's a fun movie, right?
Yeah.
Jason Statham. I don't know if you're gonna. Did you see it?
Yeah.
You saw it?
No, I didn't watch it. No, sorry.
Okay. Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah, I kind of know what goes on.
Okay. He ex-DEA agent infiltrates a biker gang that's peddling coke across the state.
I didn't know he infiltrated. I thought he just moved in next door and made some stupid remarks, and they're like,
no. No, the movie starts with him.
Bye.
Yeah.
That was fully charged. Oh shit, we're at 54 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're a little over. Anyway, I'll go quick. So movie starts. He infiltrates this biker gang that's moving meth around. I think I said coke, but it's meth. Moving meth around the state. I don't even know what state it was. And you know, the DEA springs on him. They finally got enough evidence. Whatever, they spring on him. The father and the father's son. So the father, the guy in charge, and then the son, both leave in this car. They get away because shit goes sideways. And Jason Statham chases after him. He stops him, and then they're all in the middle of the road. And the son, who is not, he was a tweaker. They use that word a lot. So he was, you know, he used himself, so he was fucking kind of insane. So they're cuffing the father, and he's like got a gun in his hand, and then he reaches in his pocket, and then like all 50 fucking agents just unload on him and just kill him.
Oh, classic.
So then the father's like pointing at Jason's character, like, you did this, I'm coming after you, like,
even though he's going to jail.
Yeah, you're the reason why my son died, blah blah blah. And Jason Statham's character's like, he was down. Like, why did you do that? And then his boss was like, he was reaching for a weapon, and then he was just like, fuck, I'm done with this. Like, I've had enough. And then it fast forwards a couple years, and you see his daughter playing in the playground, and then there's this fat kid that's fucking with her, and then she fucking like taekwondo's his ass and beats the shit out of him, and he gets a phone call, and you find out that he had a wife during the whole incident with the biker gang. He was like, I've had enough. I'm getting out of it. They had a kid. The wife got sick. She died. Him and the kid moved back to where she grew up in this just country fucking, you know, still in the same state, but just hillbilly like town out in the middle of nowhere. And they call him in, and he's like, oh yeah, I taught my daughter how to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then when they're leaving the school, this fat kid's parents are both really trashy, and the mom is.
There's definitely a Homefront 2, isn't there?
I don't know.
I feel like
if there is, I want to watch it
because I feel like that's where I got like the whole barn thing from, that I'm seeing in my head. Was there a barn in the?
They made the ending seem like there could be a second one, so you're gonna have to look into that for me because I would watch that shit in a heartbeat. But you could tell the mother's like insane. The sheriff's there because the mother's made a fuss before. She's super skinny, so she looks like she does drugs. Come to find out, she does. She does meth. And she's like shit talking Jason's character. He's just like taking his daughter, and he's trying to leave and not make a big deal about it and whatever. And then the husband goes up to him and is like, hey, and he's trying to talk to him out in front of the school. And then he tells his daughter to get in the car. And like, you know, Jason Statham, right? He's very like gritty. Yeah. You know, so the father's this like scumbag trying to like, you know, be all tough and badass, and then goes and puts his hand on his shoulder, and he just like, you know, wah 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 wah, and like flipped him over him and was like fucking choking him and shit, like right in front of the cop, and he lets him up, and the cop's like, is there, you know, what are you, like X something? He's like, it's on a need to know basis. It's like very like, you know, classic one liner. Yeah. So they leave, and then it comes out later that it's a very small town, so it's big on old school justice. So like the cops don't really do much. Like if something's wrong, like people will
handle it yourself.
Yeah. So you know, the wife of that guy that got his ass beat is like, you know, you're fucking pussy, right? And is like shit talking him. So she goes to her brother. Now her brother is.
Wait, hold on. Was the DEA thing that was the beginning of the movie?
Yeah. So he's out.
That's
now.
why I'm. Because I thought when you were saying that the daughter fucks the kid up, I thought that was the ending of the movie.
No.
Okay, you took this very slow. You went the long way around.
No, well, because there was like things that led up to it, right? Like she beat the kid's ass, so obviously the mother's pissed, and she thinks that they got made a fool of. So she goes to her brother, and her brother's known for
The retaliation.
He scares everybody in the town.
Mm-hmm.
Scares them all straight. He deals meth in the town, and he turns in small petty criminals to the sheriff, and the sheriff turns an eye to his meth operation. So he pretty much runs the town.
Yeah.
And enter Franco's character. So he goes and snoops around the house, finds out, oh shit, used to be a fucking DEA guy. Finds the file, just so happened to find the file, about the biker leader that he got, in a lot of trouble with that whole situation. And he was like, oh shit. So he goes to the leader and is like, hey, I found the guy that snitched. And the leader's like, oh fuck, what do you want? And he's like, I just want distribution. So he turned in the DEA agent to the biker that he turned in and got in trouble so he could get statewide distribution for his drugs. So this little thing that the mother end up later in the movie, she ends up helping save his child, Jason Statham's child, because she finds out that her brother took it way too far.
Yeah.
And she just wanted him to scare him, but she also didn't know who he was. So the leader sends a bunch of bikers after him, and there's this whole blowout at his house, and everything's fine, but because he beats everybody's ass.
Yeah. As he does.
Yeah.
Statham.
The one, the cop was like, is there anybody else here in the house? He's like, yeah, they're all out there. They're all dead. Just killed them all. It was just funny. But no, good movie. 7-6.
I'm probably going to watch that tonight.
7-6.
I love his movies. So we went to the movies last Wednesday. Yeah.
Is there not a second one, by the way?
No, there isn't.
Because the ending, sorry to cut you off. The ending is just he goes to the prison to meet the leader face to face. Okay. And he was like, I'll be here when you need me. And then hung up. He came in as a visitor.
Yeah.
And then the dude's looking at him and he's all pissed off. And he's like, I'll be around or some shit. And then just hung up and that was it.
Baller move.
Yeah, as if to say, fucking come at me, bitch. Yeah. But anyway.
So there's not many movies out right now. What I do want to go see is the Monster Hunter movie with Mila whatever her name is.
Oh yeah.
Because it's kind of based off of the game.
Yeah.
The Monster Hunter game. I'm interested in it. But we went and saw a movie called The Marksman, and it is Liam Neeson. I don't think anybody else famous is in the movie.
Classic Liam Neeson.
It's literally every Liam Neeson movie ever. And I've watched 19 Liam Neeson movies in this past 3 months.
Yeah.
And they are all the same, but slightly different just enough. This movie was awesome up until 3/4 of the way through.
Oh man.
It was a great movie so basically and this is a brand new movie, so spoiler alert.
Yeah.
He is a retired Marine, sniper. Lives on the border of Mexico and the U.S.
Okay.
So he sees people, the coyotes, bringing over immigrants
the
all the time.
illegals.
Yeah. And so he's got a farm out there, and constantly he's like, hey, just so you know, they're crossing at this time. They're halfway from the border to this town at this point, whatever. And they catch them, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then one time, there's a mom and a kid who are their cousin was involved from the drug cartels. Gets in trouble. They're run from the Mexican cartels, whatever. They cross over, and it's this one lieutenant boss dude is chasing after them and shoots the mom. So he has to take the kid to his family in Chicago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a dog. No big deal. They're on their way. Things are going crazy because they've crossed over the cartel guys have crossed over the border, and they're on their way chasing after the kid because they bought off all the police officers. Whatever.
Yeah, classic.
And you're kind of just, there's hints of, just the regular getting chased movies. There's the highs and lows of getting chased and whatnot. And, we're safe in the hotel room. No big deal. But all of a sudden they found them, and they end up shooting the fucking dog. Nah, there was literally no reason to shoot the dog, but they show it, and then they show him picking up the dead body of the dog and putting it into the back of the truck. There's no reason for any of that. Like, that hurts me. I'm hurt. I don't care about the dude getting shot, like any of the guys getting shot, because fuck him. But no animal abuse. Come on, get out of here. That trash. I'm offended. Can I win if I just say I'm offended? Or they just stop killing dogs, right? Because that's the thing. Like, as soon as you say you're offended,
that you're warranted in saying that offended you, and you did not like.
Yeah, but that's
me angry.
But that's cancel culture, right? If you get offended, you whatever topic it is, that has to be stopped.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Like, never mind. I was going to say something about the American flag, but anyway.
Okay.
Anyway,
I did not think that's where you were going with that one, but anyway,
it worked me up. So we get to this point, and we're all like, the three of us are just like, okay, this movie sucks now. Like, we're pissed.
Who else won it?
Lauren.
Oh.
And so we finished out the movie, and then the ending was
all
awful.
avid animal lovers, of course.
Yeah, he just dies. Liam Neeson just dies. He gets the kid to Chicago, but he's just dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, he had nothing else to live for, but it's like,
yeah,
the way he died on a bus, just driving away. Get the hell out of here with that. That's a terrible ending.
From what?
He was stabbed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He took 17 stab wounds, but waited a day to die. Doesn't make any sense. 6-8.
I want to watch Tenet.
I do too. I was just like, the theaters had just reopened when Tenet was being re-released.
Yeah.
But there's a few other movies that we wanted to watch before Tenet, or the times were weird because they only do like 3 or 4 showings of each movie a day.
Yeah.
Just because there's one theater per showing now.
Yeah.
So I don't you haven't been to the theater, right?
No.
So there's 14 theaters, something like that, at Tinseltown. 8 on either side, so it's 16, I think.
Yeah.
They use 4 at a time, and then they'll do Tenet in theater 1. Once that's done, Tenet in theater 2, cleaning theater 1. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they also have to save 2. I think they save 2 for private showings, which are cool because you can pay $150, bring 10 people, and pick whatever movie you want, and the theater's yours. Like, no one else gets to be in there, so it's $15 a person. It's fucking worth it.
That's not a bad fucking idea.
Yeah, I would love to do that, and I think I don't know. I think they give you a selection of movies to watch. But it's cool.
That's a pretty fucking good idea.
Yeah,
I do commend them.
Yeah, it's smart. And it's a wasteland, barren wasteland in there.
Oh yeah.
They only have to have one register open.
Yeah.
And every time we walked in, there's only been one person out there with us, like customer.
So they only use 4 total, or 4 on each side?
I think it's 4 on each side.
Okay.
Or it might even be 3 on each side.
Just half of whatever.
Yeah.
Probably.
That way people have.
Yeah.
There's still 2 theaters for private showings, and there's still
enough flips for them to rotate.
Yeah.
And clean. Yeah.
Which is cool how they clean. They show how they clean. It's really cool.
It's the fucking
hosing everything down.
Yeah.
That's why they were able to stay open. Because our theater was rated like one of the cleanest in New York State.
Yeah.
Because it's a large brand.
Well, yeah, they have.
But yeah, so
it was Regal.
It was an okay movie. Well, yeah. Did you see that one's still closed? But they talked mad shit. Regal talked mad shit. They weren't allowed to reopen.
I think they're closing.
Regal itself, like the company, maybe, but they,
or at least there's one in Victor, because I remember Dominique talking about.
That's the one near the
mall.
The mall,
like it's closing. Like,
okay, that makes sense.
Get the axe.
I think the one in Henrietta is too, because that during COVID, it was like, hey Cuomo, let us fucking open.
Oh, well,
They said some vulgar shit on there.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like
they suck anyway.
Yeah, Regal's the worst.
They're horrible.
Cinemark's where it's at.
Hell yeah.
And I will always do that. I'll always say, back my Cinemark.
You just get a Cinemark wherever you are.
There's also, I don't know what the company is, but it's kind of, I know that there's one in Texas. It's called the Alamo. Or Alamo Draft House. Yeah. They have a version of that in South Carolina.
Alamo Draft House is nuts.
Yeah. And they have, you get served right to you, right?
Yeah.
You just pick whatever you want and get served, which is cool. And we need one of them up here.
I went to the Alamo Draft House.
Did you?
When I went to,
because they have like loaded nachos. You can get a burger.
So fucking cool.
Get your beer if you want a beer.
So fucking cool. You straight up. We watched the Jumanji, the first one.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It was awesome. That shit was cool. There was dead ass like just a table, and we sat at a fucking table. Like it was still like Tinseltown.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like there's seats in front of you and behind you,
but you have a table
were spaced out, and it was like there's the seats and then the table behind the seat.
Tickets are a little more, obviously, and then you have
they were
to
like
pay for food,
in the 20s.
Yeah, but that's worth it.
Yeah, and they give you a menu, and they're like, "Here you go," and I was like, oh,
Wait,
what?
Wait, I have to sit next to a random stranger. This isn't normal. What is this?
Yeah, it was crazy. But anyway, this is a long episode.
Yeah,
we were gibberish today.
Yeah, that was good. But thank you all for listening.
We were gibberish.
We back.
Does that work?
Close enough. We back. And racing's back, and we're kicking ass.
Don't worry for the fans that watch us because we're on our bullshit when there's no racing going on. Trust me, we're
We'll
still
always
on
be
our
on
bullshit.
bullshit.
But yeah, squoop.
Have a wonderful rest of your week, and see you next week when we kick some more ass. Okay, bye.